Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I regret to inform you I spoke too soon. My dreams have been dashed, as it were. I replaced the battery, thought I was ready to go. It started right up, and the next morning I decided I was going to take my bike to work and start my routine for the year of riding to and from work and whatnot, and it did not start up. It did not start up. This is what it did do. Go back in, key, lights, fuel pump. Always have to put the clutch in. Borrowed one of my wife's hair thingies. Got it squished down. Nothing. Just a solenoid click. So as you can see, I got the front cover off. I realized I didn't have to pull off the side covers to get the very front cover off. So now the battery's exposed. So now we're going to start running a few tests on it to see what's happening here. First test I'm going to run is going to be a volt drop across the battery. I've got two alligator clips attached to the battery. And these are basically extensions that I have onto the proper probes. And as you can see, I've got a full charge on the battery. Let's see what kind of voltage drop we get. Yeah, nothing, because it's not drawing anything. But if it had a dead cell, the second I activated that switch should have maybe indicated something. So we're just going to go with the presumption the battery is good. It should be good. It was new, but it's always possible to get a bad battery. All right, so now I want to take this little device, which is just a light probe, a voltage probe, and I've got it grounded to the frame of my bike, or a piece of the bike that's metal anyway. And neighbors yelling down the street. And we're just going to do a voltage test from just a probe from the battery through the solenoid. So there's the positive terminal, and you can see the light comes on, as it should. Tucked back inside there is the solenoid. I don't know how well that you can see. So light, no light. All right, that's good. So now we're going to hit the starter switch, and this terminal here, where it's got no light, we should see a light. Yep, there it is. Let me adjust it. So we got power going all the way through the solenoid. That was just to confirm everything. So I think I'm comfortable with saying the starter is locked up. So now we got to pull the starter. Starter is literally right there, right where my finger is. I don't know how we can see it, lighting and camera angles and all that, but it's right there. So to get to it, it looks like we're going to finish pulling off this shielding. I'm going to pull the battery. I'm going to pull the battery box, that bolt down there, and another one deeper here. If those look like those are attachment points for the starter, might have to pull this front exhaust manifold. I don't know how many different attachment points it's got, but that doesn't look like that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Let me get underneath here. I might end up having to pull, this floorboard from these attachment points here. Probably don't have to take this whole brake assembly apart. Looks like it might have to just pull the floorboard assembly from these points and then wire it up on the crash bar or whatever and get it out of the way. There's a mounting point. There's a very corroded up exhaust connection, but that's not bolted to do anything. That's just putting the header on. I don't know if I take the two bolts up there off, take the floorboard off, that should be able to pull everything out of the way enough to get to that bolt there and the other one, then I should be able to pull the starter out. Without knowing anything about anything, that's what it looks like. Let the games begin. It is hot out. It's over 90 degrees Fahrenheit today. Anyways, first thing we're going to do, take off this cover, then we're going to take off that cover, then we're going to take the battery out. Now we're going after the battery. Okay, now the battery box looks like, let me see what it looks like. Looks like we're talking either side of the highway bars. Back here, can't really tell, but we'll start off with the highway bar part of it and see where it goes from there. Obviously, there's more to it than just those 4 bolts. Maybe one of these on each side also. It's the part I like, man. We just keep taking bolts off until we get enough off that we get done what we need to get done. All right, let's do it. All right, so it's another day. It's cooler, it's windy. I don't know how much audio is going to actually work here, but I don't know what's actually holding this battery box in still. It's because to my mind, I've gotten loose everything I can on it. And unfortunately, no video that I have found has actually talked about specifically pulling the battery box. So we're just going to keep going with pulling bolts that I know need to be pulled, and we'll go from there. So we're going to start working on the floorboard, and then we'll go to the exhaust and then go from there. All right, turns out that little guy is rusted pretty good, but it's a 15 millimeter, and I got trusty breaker bar out. We'll see if we can break it loose without breaking it in half. Oh, easy peasy. That brake free I put on it yesterday did its job splendidly, I might add. Let's see if I can show you what I'm doing here. And see, that wiggles, and it seems like it would be loose enough to pop, but man, nothing doing. Nothing doing. I don't know, man. Worst thing about it is, there is nothing on YouTube for this bike dealing with this problem. Can't find it, so I'm out here on my own for sure. Oh well, I'll get it figured out. When I do, I'll come back. Oh man, okay. I told you all I'd get it. There it is. There it was. Holy smokes, I almost threw up, man. Getting that off of there was such a fight. Holy smokes. Look at this. That's where I was dragging the motorcycle trying to get the exhaust pipe out of there. I'm so happy that leg didn't fold underneath and you collapsed the bike. That would have been bad. It just sat there and kept moving and scratching across the concrete. But we got it. So now I'm looking at this, and I think my initial thoughts was right. I'm going to have to take this bracket off, which means I need to undo the bolt from the crash bar down there, undo those two bolts. Probably could have kept the floorboard on, but oh well. And then everything is done. I just got to take that and that out, and then the whole starter should just pop out. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that bolt out from underneath there, that bolt out for there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that really should be it. So let's go to the other side, give her a little tap-a-doodle and see what we get. Well, I thought I had all the bolts out, but nope, there's two more underneath, one right there and one further back. Little Allen wrench bolts that attach to the starter housing from the all right, so yeah, we need to get that out of there, those out of there, then maybe. Yep. Look, Ma, it's a boy. We'll go order us a starter, and maybe just for funsies, I'll take this apart just to look at the guts on the inside. Who knows? Maybe it can be rebuilt. I doubt it though. When it's chunky like that, yeah. Now I don't even want to turn. When it's chunky like that, it means bits and pieces have broken off inside there. That's usually never good. All right, we'll come back at this a little bit later. Okay, well, it's yet again another day, and we're going to take apart the starter real quick and see if it can be rebuilt or if I actually have to buy a new one. The difference is a new starter, from what I can see, is around $200 and a rebuild kit's around 64. So we're going to see if we can rebuild this one first. We just need the wrench, and we need to be able to take those two bolts out, and then we can start popping the end caps off and seeing what all's down there. Okay, there's one cap. Those bearings actually aren't in bad shape. Let's see. Stator does not look bad. So what do we got happening down here? Well, that's smooth. Where was I feeling the chunkiness? It was feeling really, really chunky. Oh. Okay, we did not lose. I mean, there's definitely a lot of wear on the rotor down here where the brushes slide. Yep. I don't know, man. I'm not seeing any obvious damage here that would cause it to not work. Except for, man, that is a lot of wear on that rotor where those brushes line up. What's happening down here? I actually feel like just a rebuild kit might get it done. Well, welcome back to another day and the end of another week of up and down turbulent weather at what looks like to be my outdoor garage series. Hopefully today we wrap it up. I honestly don't know if the bike is going to start, but we're going to give it a heck of a shot. As I was cruising Victory forums late last night, I saw another guy with the same problem I had, and people were saying it might be their 40 amp circuit breaker, which cost of about $13. Well, that didn't come up in my conversation in the forums, but so I ended up buying a starter, and that was about $200. I did talk to a couple of guys that looked at my starter. They said they couldn't find any really big noticeable reason why it wouldn't work, but at the same time they said you may not have a situation where it is noticeable and you're probably just better off buying another one. So I bought another one. Hopefully that is the problem, because if not, then the next step is going to be the 40 amp breaker. But this isn't one of those how-to instructional videos by someone who knows what they're doing. I'm figuring it out as I go, and I'm bringing you along with me. And so I literally don't know if it's going to start by the time I'm done with this. I hope it does, but I don't know that it will. So anyway, I made up a song on AI just for fun, and it happens to deal with this very issue of replacing the starter on a nice sunny day while other people are out riding on the driveway floor. So I don't know. I'll see if I can condense everything that I do into the time length of that song, just for shortened time purposes. Anyway, there's all the stuff, including my brand new starter sitting in there. Let's start putting stuff together.
The sun is burning through the morning haze, a perfect sky for chasing down the days. My leather jacket's hanging on the hook, a masterpiece that needs a second look. I turn the key and wait to hear the roar, but silence meets me like a closing door. That victory is sitting cold and still against the gravity of my own will. I know the sound of freedom in my head, but all I get is clicking teeth instead. Oh, the start is dead and the sun is high, watching all the chrome stars pass me by. I'm stuck here grounded on the silver lane with a heavy heart and a heavy frame. Yeah, the road is calling, but I'm tied down just alone. across the concrete floor. My knuckles bleeding and my back is sore. No hydraulic lift to bring it to my eyes. Just the open driveway and the summer skies. I'm restless still beneath the midday glare, with a socket wrench and a desperate prayer. If I had a garage with a roof and light, I'd have this fix finished by tonight. But the gravel's biting through my denim jeans while I'm fighting with this beautiful machine. Oh, the starter's dead and the sun is high, watching all the chrome stars pass me by. I'm stuck here grounded on the silver lane with a heavy heart and a heavy frame. Yeah, the road is calling, but I'm tied down, just a lonesome rider in a quiet town. I can see the highway shimmering like gold.
Well, kind of looks like a motorcycle again. I think before we go any further, when we finish buttoning it up, we'll see if she'll start. Like I said, there's every possibility that it won't start, but keep your fingers crossed. There's every possibility that it will. Oh, that sounded so much better on the start up, and right away too. You have no idea how relieved I am. Well, I'm going to finish buttoning this thing up. You don't need to see that. You all know what it is. It's just a shielding. And even though I thought I might not go for a ride today just because the crosswinds are so crazy, you know what? I think I might go for a ride. Holy smokes. I think I've earned it. Well, until next time, you all be good. Keep those engines moving. Keep your tires on the ground. We'll see you later.